I'm about to be my client with this basic beat that I'm doing, y'all. So if y'all want to see how I achieved it, then keep on watching. Alright, y'all, let's get into it. First things first, I always prep my clients' eyebrows before doing them. If they don't come with them arch, I always arch them or groom them up myself. After my client's eyebrows are groomed, I go ahead and I wipe it off with some witch hazel, and I go ahead and brush them up, getting prepared to use my Benefit brow gel, and then I go ahead and set that with some powder. For my pencils, I now use the Absolute New York pencils in the shade Smoke and Espresso. I use Smoke towards the end of the tail, and I use Espresso on the front. But her brows are really thick, so I try my best to use a light hand and basically sculpt them out very minimum. And when I get to the front of the brow, I always use Espresso, and I always take the front of the brow where it goes up, and I flick the brows upward. I do not fade it in or use the pencil to shade it in. No, I flick up. Moving on to conceal the brow, I took my L'Oreal Infallible Full Wear Concealer in the shade Amber to carve out her brows, and I took my 252 S brush, the one I used to cut my crease. I concealed the top and the bottom with this brush. To buff out her concealer, I used my 142 concealer buffer brush from Zoeva, y'all, and I always and will forever use this brush. My basic beats do not take this long, but I also went ahead and shaved the client side of her face and her mustache, and then like a little bit of her chin hair. I only do this because I want a smooth application. Now it's up to the client if they want it done or not. I'll ask, but I went ahead and did it, and we went ahead and started the skin prep. Baby, them brows are on fleek. I went ahead and cleaned her face again with some witch hazel, the same as I did her brows, and I am now using some watermelon juice. It will be in the description below because I don't know the whole name, but it's a moisturizer, and I'll use this to prep her skin along with some Becca primer to get those areas that are oily in control. Now, she is a lighter complected girl. I use Brianamccalip because I see in some areas her neck was a little bit darker. Yeah, towards her outer corners of her face are darker. It's always going to be like this. So I always use a darker foundation. So I use NARS Luminous Foundation in the shade Macao. And then I went ahead in the inner corner and in the inner parts of her face and use Sadis. It's C-A-D-I-S, Z. I will leave in the description right below, y'all. Y'all know I'm bad with the pronouncing, but I will leave in the description right below. And I use it in the inner parts of her face, and I buffed it out with a Real Techniques brush. It's the pop brush. for concealers, I love using this method, and I use this method on myself. I start off with a really light concealer in the corner, like maybe 3 to 4 shades lighter than me, and I pop it right in the inner part where the inner tear duct is, and I just place it right there. And then I go ahead with the second concealer that's maybe 2 shades lighter than me, or the client, and I pop it right on top of that lighter shade, and then I use a concealer shade that is almost close to the foundation shade to basically blend everything out, and it's gonna look flawless, y'all. And then I also went ahead and took my ColourPop foundation in the shade 210 Dark. I could have used a warmer one for her, but at this moment I was just grabbing anything that was by me, but it all worked out perfectly. You don't have to use too much, and I don't know, 2021, I really want to take a look at people's faces. I don't do clients like that no more, but when I do, I really want to sit down and get to know the skin and get to know everything that I should be doing when it comes to the client, and like color matching, like for real. But yeah, this look turned out really cute. She was cute, it turned out really cute. Now for powder, I went ahead and took this Shape Shift Cosmetics powder in the shade Translucent. I don't really like the translucent shade. I love Warm Beige from the collection. Translucent is cool, but I don't know, it gave a little patchy on her, but when I saw her face it was okay, but I don't know why it did that, and I didn't honestly use that much. I don't know, but that's the shade I used. And like I said, everything that I'm saying will be in the description right below. So since the outsides of her face are a little darker, I went ahead and took the shade Chai, just dabbed it, and then dabbed it on the outer parts of her face to match her neck. And now I'm going in with my 8D palette from Morphe, and I want to take that orangey shade and the bronzer next to it to basically get her the bronzy look. The face and everything like that, I went ahead and moved to this fierce wing. Now this wing, y'all, this wing was everything. I went ahead and I took my Wet n Wild wing liner, and I usually hate doing wings when I have my face on because you have to touch the face to get everything perfect, and then sometimes I like to make sure my wing is sharp, so I go ahead and clean it up on the sides, but I didn't even do none of that. I just winged it out, and it turned out so cute. And her I don't even know what lashes these was, but they were more than likely from the beauty supply. Juvia's Place blush. Don't forget to use the code Marie to save you some coins. I always have a plug for them, a code for them, y'all. So go ahead and use it. I took a soft blush out of the Tribe palette. I don't know which one was it, Volume 2 or Volume 1, but it was a very soft blush, and it went right with her complexion. Everything was so pretty. I took Inglide number 69 gel liner from the AMC collection, and then for highlight I went ahead and took Anastasia Beverly Hills So Hollywood to top it off with some glow. As far as lips, I always use the same combo. If I don't use on myself, I use on my clients. The same combo, I used the LA Girl pencil in the shade, I think it was brown. I will leave the description right below. And I went ahead and used Dose of Colors Sand Liquid Lipstick And then I went over it with some clear lip gloss and in the center peach Bellini from e.l.f. It's a cute nude lip gloss, y'all. And that is it. I hope that y'all enjoyed this client tutorial. Let me know if y'all want more. I'll ask her to keep coming to me so I can give y'all more tutorials with her, like more eye looks. She don't, every time she comes, she gets the basic beat. So she don't really do eyeshadow like that. So I told her, you know, come be one of my models. So I'm gonna start trying different looks on her, y'all. So if y'all want to see more looks, let me know in the description below. And happy New Year's, y'all. And I can't wait to see y'all on my next videos.